Hello? Hello, hello, hello. I don't know what. Hi, everyone. All right. You guys know what happens when we go to a retreat. We come back. There's a sadness every year where you miss everybody and things like that. You develop such great bonds. The last couple of years, last year and this year, I try and do what I call my quick exit so that I don't do the ugly cry. I still didn't get my quick exit. So, I'm trying to get it out of my system. Hopefully. All right. This was a gift. I think it suits me. Look at this, some butterfly glasses. Oh, I love it. I love it. But trying. All right. Hopefully. You guys, this year I got upgraded. See my new crown? See my new crown? I love it so much. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I love it so much. I'm sorry. I've been crying and stuff like that. Uh, uh, it definitely, this year was super hard. So I'm going to start off with my road trip. First and foremost, obviously, you guys knew I was flying in. Oh man, I was trying to cover up I'm trying to cover up, but it's gonna happen. So if I start breaking down, just join me. Join me. First, I'm gonna give a shout out to Sue Bell. You guys know that my nickname is Princess Tia, and this is the crown that I wear at the retreats. I love it. Princess needs a tiara. There are several others that wear. It's not exclusive to me. But what it does is it just makes you feel special. Everyone comes up to you, they say hi, you know. So this year, the birthday girl, Sue Bell, today is her birthday. I'm about to sing to her. So if y'all don't want to hear me sing, you're going to want to mute. But the birthday girl said, it's time to upgrade me. And I didn't know exactly what she meant by that, but it's a theme going on because I got a mini crown from her last year. She upgraded me to, oh my goodness, I was in love. I love this. This is beautiful. Not that this isn't. Not that this isn't. I don't want to, but Princess Tia in a royal ring. I tried to put her in. I don't know how to get her in. But I loved it. So here I go. I'm gonna sing happy birthday because today is her special day. I was talking to her. She probably think I don't know and I forgot, but I know. I was just saving it for today. So here I go. Me, 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 me. Testing out the whistle. Hap, 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 hap. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Susan Bell. Susan Bell. Happy birthday to you. There we go. Yay! I'm sorry. I look very pasty, but I know it's because I had, just blotchy face and everything like that. It's hot. So I was trying to get perspiration and oil and stuff. But happy birthday, Sue! There we go. So, me and Rebecca are always talking about me getting a truck. You guys know I got a truck. I got an SUV that's capable of towing as much of as a truck. It's huge. I didn't realize how huge until we had an SUV, and I come home and I drove my land yacht. Um, and so it does put things into perspective. Um, but we're always talking about going on a road trip. We had the opportunity to test out, our road trip. I had a ball. I hope that she did as well. Honey Bunny, are you gonna come? Oh, here we go. I'm trying to add Honey Bunny in. We had an opportunity to test out, exactly what a road trip for us would look like. And it would look like a whole bunch of fun. Started off, I had, a horrible first portion of the road trip. Flew in to Wichita with a layover in Houston, Texas. When I got to Texas, first thing that I noticed was I think the pilot took a wrong turn. When we got off the plane, obviously we have to, go to the connecting flight. And I remember stopping one of the airport personnel and saying, "Hey, where are we? I really feel like the airplane made a wrong turn." And they were like, "No, no, I don't think so." And they asked why. And I said, "Because it feels like we're at the equator. Why the hell is it so hot here?" I mean, it was hot in Texas. And I live in Vegas. It was hot. He said it was 94 degrees. I said, "It's 9,400 degrees." That's what it felt like. That's how hot it was in Texas. I mean, it's hot in Texas. Lord, Lord, is all I could say. It's hot in Texas. So, moving over from there, we definitely, get to our plane and we go to Wichita. I flew United. Yes, I'm calling them out. I flew United, and it had to be some sort of new person or something on the plane. The reason I felt like there's a new person, I left half myself in swing. I would agree with that, honey bunny. I would definitely agree with that. Um, so we get on the second plane. We're trying to land. It was a bumpy ride, and I will say that there was a lot of wind, and it was in the news. It was being reported on all the weather stations, and obviously, if we carry smartphones, we can look that up. So I knew it was weather, bumpy weather and stuff. And I'm okay with turbulence. There's never been a time where, even though I've been on a plane in horrible storms through Chicago, and just lots of turbulence, hitting the plane and things like that. But this was upon our approach. We had already passed the landing in. We had to be, landing in 5 minutes. So we are coming in, and the plane is nose down. The wheels have already been brought out, and we are coming in, and we can look out the window and see tarmac. And people were hollering on the plane, unfortunately. They were hollering, they were screaming, "Ooh," And I'm like, "Oh my God, this plane is coming in too fast. We're going to crash." And literally, that's all I could say. Like, I didn't have real time to maybe panic, but I should have, but I didn't. I didn't have enough room in the seat really to do too much either. But they, at the last second before hitting, the nose goes back up. And so they fly high at this point. They were up for another almost 30 minutes before they came back around and tried to redo the landing. Now, this time, they don't have the nose down on the approach. However, the plane is still rocking side to side. When it lands, the landing was so rough, the tire under the left side of the plane, which is where I was, hit the gravel, and it had to burst or shred because all you hear was like it's riding on the wheel bearings. At the same time, I hit my head and I hit my knee, and the seat in front of me. It was bumpy. It was definitely a bumpy ride and things like that. So I get out, I go get the rental car. Yes, we had some liquor on the plane. And apparently, when I went to show my ID, because I'm 29 and everybody believes it, so I get carded all the time. Anyway, I lost my ID. You know how difficult it is to pick up a rental vehicle when you don't have no ID and your passport don't tell them that you can drive. So I'm sitting around in the middle of the airport and I just needed to sit down. I was already in pain, from the bumpy landing. They did tell us that they wanted us to go and speak with the airline liaison and gave them our contact information and things like that. Our name, address, phone number, email address. We gave them all of that. Kind of told them, our experience briefly. Hit my head, hit my shoulder, hit my knee. So that was the basis of what I shared. Long story short, I'm just sitting there thinking like, dang, this is not a great start to the trip. I get myself together and I was like, oh, I usually go online to update my ID and things. So I go online to Nevada DMV. Yay! I was able to simply order a replacement for $17, and they sent me a PDF copy of the license so that I could be legit. And then the rep behind Hertz said, if you email that over, I'll print a copy off to you. And now with your passport, you'll be able to pick up the rental vehicle. So crisis averted. Yes, we can continue. I get to my sister's. I was scared. I was not going to get another ID with 29 as the age. That was good. Look into my sister's, and she did ask me to mow her lawn. That conversation really did happen, and I was like, no, I just left Texas. I'm not gonna be able to help. Sorry, I'm not gonna be able to help. So, we went and got something to eat. I was hungry. We had Chick-fil-A. Got me a big giant salad. It was delicious. And so come back, and I was pouring down sweat. When I say pouring, I was pouring down sweat, and I ended up pulling muscles everywhere. My legs, my stomach, my butt, everything, muscles, just, it felt like they were atrophying, like I was about to leave the world and stuff like that. My ankle, really bad. So I started guzzling Gatorade and things like that. I had 2 or 3 Gatorades, and then we had bought some more. Went to the store and had bought some more. Finally, the muscles stopped pulling and things like that. I got hydrated. Yay! So I had bought a box of snacks and a drink on the plane. Hi, April. I didn't say hi to everybody. I'm going to in a second. Just wanted to get this first leg off. I had bought snacks and things on the plane, so I'm not going to real quickly snack on. I'm very conscious of my eating and my drinking when I fly. Because I don't want to get my big butt in the plane and have to go to the restroom. And then when I go in the restroom, I get stuck and can't get anybody to come in and get me out. So I avoid the restroom on the bathroom, the bathroom on the plane altogether. Altogether. And that way we don't have to avert any crises, and we don't have to pray that I don't get caught in compromising positions. So I bought this snack box. I needed something. I was really hungry. I very rarely eat on flight days. I wait until I get to my final destination. Yay! So I had a box. I go through the box with Jean. That's Rebecca's sister. And she tells me, you know, I'm that auntie. I love to give gifts and to shower the babies. And Rebecca's pets are no different. They get full auntie mode also. However, Rebecca's pets love to show appreciation. Mickey says, I hear you. That's so effing right. Um, so they love to show that, you know, they show appreciation for the gifts that they get. What I mean by appreciation is trying to sleep. You guys all know Pearl. You guys all know Stitch. She got the cats when they were little. Pearl likes to kiss me. Right here. Right here. On the smoocheroo. She likes to kiss me on the smoocheroo. Trying to go to sleep. Here comes Pearl. She wants to kiss me on the smoocheroo. And she wakes me up. Pearl, go lay down. It's time to go to sleep. I got to get up. In 6 hours, I got to go to, get on the road. She leaves. She comes back about an hour or so later. She wants to kiss me. Right here, I had more action in Kansas 2024 than all. That's so true. That is so true. So she comes back. She does it again. She's kissing me again. Stop, Pearl. I'm trying to sleep. So I finally go back to sleep. Next, about an hour and a half goes by. Pearl's giving me the wettest kisses she's ever given me. I mean, they wet. They was like all around here. Pearl, I wake up. It's not Pearl. It's Duncan, Jean's dog. Oh, Duncan, I'm going to tell you, that dog really just tears at your heartstrings. He's older. He's really old, and he's struggling. He can't see that well, but he got in on the snacks too. And I guess because Pearl was getting away with all the loving, he wanted in on the action. Now I got a big, giant, soppy, wet face because the pets are showing auntie love and appreciation. Too many perverted joke possibilities here. I'm just zip. You're so bad, sissy. Oh, needless to say, the kissing wasn't done. Pearl cannot be undone or outdone. She comes back and she's trying to kiss me all over again. Stitch doesn't like me, so Stitch steers clear. I don't have nothing to worry about with Stitch. I can go to Stitch and he will walk in the opposite direction. He'll do it real slow with his head up, like he's disregarding me and things like that. But nonetheless, he's the only one that wasn't getting in on the kissing and things like that. Then we got Tootsie. Tootsie's full of, youth and things. Tootsie wants to play, but Tootsie's not trying to kiss on me or anything either. So I just got Pearl and Duncan. That was a lot of action and things. We get up. I said we're going to leave by 5. We left at 5:15. We are pretty much on time. Can't wait. We get out. We're going to see Man Bun. If you guys haven't seen him on my show or J Rob's show or Rebecca's show, Man Bun is the full-on blinging customizer. I mean, he doesn't just sprinkle his diamonds. Your pure soul is animals. Wish you had some of your own. You have pure spirit. Oh, thank you, Yvonne. I've always wanted some of my own. The unfortunate part is I was a single mom with 2 kids, and it was very hard to make sure I was, feeding them and taking care of them. I always tell people when they ask if there's something that I would have done differently, it would have been to get a pet. My son wanted a dog. I wanted a dog. My daughter like big, giant, moose-sized dogs. My son, he like, smaller, to, terrier size. But I definitely wish that we would have been able to get a pet. We had neighbors who had pets, and they allowed my kids the opportunity to play with them like they were their own. So we would go get their pet, take them with us when we're going somewhere or going to the park. The kids, I didn't let them play outside by themselves, but if they had Cheeks or if they had Roxy, they were allowed to go. Cheeks was huge. He was a Rottweiler Pit Mastiff mix. He was huge. And so my daughter, she would go to the park by herself if she had Chico with her. He was that big. So, and she knew how to muzzle him and everything like that. She knew how to unmuzzle him if somebody, was around. But I felt comfortable with her with Cheeks. But I do wish I had my own pets. So, needless to say, we are off. The trip is going. We are about to meet up with Man Bun and have breakfast. Boy, oh boy. Now they know each other from, being on the show and stuff. But Rebecca and Man Bun, their friendship went to a whole new height. Whole new height. They were cutting up in a restaurant, cutting up. Um, I can't wait till all of us get together again. They had me dying laughing. We had a lot of fun. So hopefully, we'll be able to plan something again. He lives very close. He used to live here in Vegas. We used to work together, and he has moved. So he lives a couple of hours away from Rebecca, but that was a great time. And that was the kickoff of our trip. It's like, okay, it's going pretty good. We on time. You know, all I can say is love me some Man Buns. He loved him some Rebecca. So we get on the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. We was having a good time, I will say. Now you guys know Taylor Swift. I'm a Swiftie. She's my daughter. I'm her mama. I tell people this. Whether y'all believe me or not, one day she gonna show me and y'all gonna be like, oh, she was serious. She wasn't delirious. Okay. So right now I'm living in your mind and I'm delirious. But we had my little Taylor Swift, I got a Taylor Swift thumbprint station, and we got to listen to Taylor Swift 18 hours from Kansas all the way in to Grand Rapids. Oh, Crashley doesn't like her niecey poo. Shouldn't do that. Shouldn't do your niecey poo like that. Anyway, we had a great time because Rebecca is a Swiftie also, and we were having fun. So much fun. We didn't realize there was no highways in our path. None. We on the back road for like what, 9 hours, 10 hours. We were on the back road, country. I'm like, dang, I can't believe how many cornfields there are. Who wants to see a selfie of us? Go ahead and show us. Make sure it's a good selfie. But show a selfie of us. There you go. There you have it. I don't know which one of us is driving, but that's me and Rebecca. We were taking a slow road from Kansas to Grand Rapids, Michigan. We were on a back road. Here's how we figured out that we weren't on the main route. Country roads that they were taking us on kept crossing the same highway. I swear I'm not lying. We kept looking at like, there's a highway right there. We get another hour or two up the road. There's another highway. We start looking at the number. Isn't that the highway we passed like 4 hours back? Every cornfield in America saw us. Every cornfield. When I tell you, we was tearing up the road 90 miles an hour on these dust-only roads. No pavement in sight. Nothing but corn. It's pissing Rebecca off because when we got to a four-way stop, there's nothing but cornfields in every direction. It's a four-way stop, and we're one lane each direction on each road. And I am coming to complete stops. And I'm looking. in both directions. She said, "Tia, nobody got." So again, lots of fun. About five something, I was like, the fun has to end. We're gonna have to get off this road and figure a highway out because I do not want to be on one of these back roads when it gets dark and one of these doggone deer come running out. How many times did you pee in the gravel? We didn't pee in the gravel. We waited until we got to some sort of a, small town. We saw population 678 a couple times. And we would just go to the little one pump gas station and take turns in their restroom. Yes, those are the stations that you want to go back to. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So, we had a lot of fun, had a lot of conversations talking about the wrong thing. But you guys will be happy to know we did not. Yes, we did. I was gonna say we didn't make no wrong turns, but yeah, we did. How many? We did. We made a couple. We had to turn. We was trying to figure a way to get on the highway. We just gonna go and let it. We got friendly with rerouting. Girl, just keep going up the road. It'll reroute. Now, if we completely going in the wrong direction, it'll turn us back around. That's the one thing that's good. It's really good. We finally got there, though. We did. We finally got there. I love it. I love it. I love it. And we stayed at an Airbnb. We had a beautiful, like the Airbnb, the rooms. I love them. So I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna say hello to everybody because I really appreciate you guys coming in, and I'm gonna get right back on talking about how, because I know we're gonna talk about our sister's portion of the trip when we are on Honey Bunny Show. So I'm gonna skip over and talk to you about my retreat experience. So, hello, Mutt how are you today? She says, everyone here resting and watching. It's been a long day. I'm so tired. This favorite sister taking over her channel. With all the sisters in here, she said that. Sissy Pooh, hi. Wait, now she has favorite. Ooh, I knew that was coming. Hi, Robin. How are you doing? Long live Queen Tia. Woo, Queen of the Ton. Yes. When I tell you I love this. So obviously, Princess Tia. I get that all. One of the guys who remembered me from last year was like, is it Princess or is it Queen? I didn't know what to say. I certainly wanted to say, call me Queen. But I said, no, my nickname is Princess Tia. I wanted to say, call me Queen. No. Little story. This is a true story. A little disappointing. I don't know how to feel about this. So, Rebecca and I, we went to Walmart. I'm in Walmart. Yes, I have on my crown. And all the little kids are looking at me and they're astonished. And I'm waving. Hi, how are you? A gentleman comes around the corner and he has his daughter. She's sitting in the shopping cart. And his little boy, he's walking behind him. The daughter looks like she's about 4. The son looks like he's about 5 or 6. So the son is like, and I'm like, hi, how are you? And the daughter sees me as dad's passing. And she says, oh, a princess. Is she a princess or is she a queen? And I said, I'm a queen. And she says, well, where's your boy? Where's your man? And I was like, huh? Like, I didn't know what to say. I felt some kind of way. Like, in order to be a princess or a queen, you have to have a boy or a man accompanying you. What is this world coming to? I didn't say anything. I was starstruck and I was shocked. I didn't know how do you guys think you would have replied to that? Moving over from there. Rebecca says, did someone say Tia's favorite sister? I'm here. It's not Rebecca. It's not me. That's officially leaves one sister. I love that. Not I, said the fly. Oh, Mickey. Hey, Rochelle's in the house. Bonnie. Bonnie, I don't know how you do it there in Texas, girl. Whew, how far are you from Houston? That's where the hell was that? Oh, it was hot. But is it much better? Doesn't hurt nearly as much as it did in the car. Oh wow. All right, I see Sue's here. Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie. Lizzie and I are doing our next series of our next episode of Morning Laughs with Lizzie and Tia, or Tia and Lizzie. That's this Saturday, so make sure that you guys tune in. Hi, Jerry. Jerry's here in the house. Crashley says I was the one that cried this year. Yes. This year, we really got to see Crash a lot. I will tell that little girl that my man is home, cleaning house, doing laundry, and making my dinner. Oh, I love that. I really wish I could have thought like that in the spur of the moment. That was amazing. Hey, Timmy, cousin. How are you today? Um, let's see. Just checking. I said hi to everyone. All righty. It was 95 here today in my part of Maryland. Wow, that's a lot. So make sure I'm going to pop another question in because I want to see you guys. Make sure you guys are popping in your current project. I want to see what you are all working on. Definitely, definitely. Who wants to? Bonnie says, I'm not sure how far I am from Houston, but it's not close. And it's hot here, though 99 the last 3 days. Felt like it was 9,900. I am well today. Yesterday I was ill. Well, I'm glad that you're feeling better today. So, getting over to my retreat experience, we did have an awesome sisters portion of our trip. We have already started planning next year's retreat before the retreat and some things that we want to do. We had a ball. We'll talk about that on Friday and share that with you once we're all together. But I just wanted to make sure you guys are aware after the road trip, which is 18 hours, the fun really picked up. We had a lot of fun in the car for 18 hours. I will be honest that it didn't feel like 18 hours. It really felt like when it started getting dark about 8 to 8:15, and we got in about 11. So it really felt like 3 to 4 hours because the early part of the day we were just having fun, road tripping. And so it just felt exhausting once we got in. Now, I was hurt and I still have a lot of bruising and things like that. So I did start to feel that. But we get into the retreat. Obviously, this is where it's all about. We have an amazing time. And I know you guys hear this every review of every retreat. Oh, that was the best one yet. This was the best one yet. What can I say? There were a lot of newbies. And so that gave us the opportunity to get out and kind of meet new people, get to know new people, and things like that. We were going up to everybody and just saying, hi, how are you? Where are you from? What are you working on? Just talking to them and stuff. And that was akin to our very first retreat experience, kind of getting to know so many people that are like-minded, love to craft and things. Crashley says she's working on eating this pizza. I know it's not homemade, so where'd you get it? Mud Nuts is working a diamond dots of a horse and the Grinch and Max from Amazon. That sounds amazing. A horse and the Grinch. And are these three separate diamond paints or are they all on the same canvas? That would be the next question that I ask. One of the things that I like this year, obviously, we met a lot of new people and things like that. One person that stands out in my mind, I want to call her most determined. She is Kimba. I know that Kimba has her own YouTube channel. She was determined to get as much diamond painting done as she could. And she got up to do other things, but she was very dedicated to sitting and diamond painting. If you came up to her and you communicated with her and you asked her questions, she definitely answered. We had a good time and stuff. And I will say, Kimba, if you out there and you come and watch this, you owe me some sort of day because we were supposed to get together and chit chat and go somewhere, and we didn't get a chance to do that. I bugged the heck out of you. I kept coming over to your station and things like that. And I remember saying, we got to get together and do something, get you up out of your desk and things like that. So I do want to call her Miss Determined. Um, I'm going to give this title, set it off, to someone who I feel like they took the door prize to a whole new level. Miss Set It Off is going to be Bling It Up because she set it off. And what I mean by that is every year, everyone wants to go as close to the beginning as possible. If you watch my sister Rebecca's channel today, she's trying to hold down this title of being the very last person to be called for a door prize. She was one of the final ones. But like she said, when she got to the door prize table, there were still good items. And what I will say, yes, very well deserved. She set it off. The way that she did the door prize. Now I'm gonna be honest. There's some years where people, when we sponsor and we give out, we want people to want our items. We want you to really want that item to take it home. Be like, oh, I saw this on the door prize table and I wanted it. I couldn't wait. I was so excited to get my number towards the front so that I could get it. But the way the table was set up, all the gifts were valuable. She set it off, is all I could say. So I want to give that a retreat award to Bling It Up because I feel like she set that table off. Um, there was so much stuff. It was hard to choose. Everything was valuable. Everything, the way it was set up. So, not to give any spoilers, but if everybody's retreat door prize could go like that, there wouldn't be anyone that was saying, I'm eighth to last or I'm second to last. There were some that just had to have a palm pow pin, and you talking about a big head. I heard the conversation. Oh my gosh, and that was so amazing for me. So hearing somebody say, no, that's what I want, and then to see them be able to get it, that was amazing and stuff like that. Because there's times when you look at the table like, So kudos to Miss Set It Off, Bling It Up herself, because she did an amazing job. Woo, woo, woo. She's calling me Miami because the glasses, I got two pair. Obviously, these are my butterfly glasses, and they bling. That is bling, guys. Look at that around the wings. You couldn't tell me nothing. I went to take my butterfly. That's what I call my truck. I took my butterfly to the car wash. I was looking good. She was dusty because mama was gone. So there. Moving over from there, the other thing, they are special. I love them. Moving over from there, every year there is someone who I feel like they just kind of shine. I see them maybe in a new way and things like that. This is somebody that I've known for a few years. When I first met them, they have a business of their own and they had closed down for a little while. And then they were coming back into the fold, and I'm nosy. And I remember, I don't know where I got the courage to do this, but I got the courage up to go and sit with them, get to know them a little bit more. And I asked, what was it that caused you to, close? And she shared her story with me. I was shocked, but she did. And the story brought tears to my eyes. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever not ever hurt. You know, there was just beauty in everything that we do and see and things like that. But it was a beautiful reason. It was a beautiful reason. It really touched me. And one of the things I noticed year after year when they come to the retreat is, you know, they're cordial and they're courteous to everyone. But this year, I saw a new spark. And one of the things that I noticed is she was smiling more. She was smiling. She was upbeat. Had a ball. She came to our Stitchy Talks. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her the Heartbeat Award. And it's Jen Archer from Archer's Arts. And I felt like she just gave new heartbeat to her appearance at the retreats. She was smiling, she was upbeat, she was engaged, she was having fun, she was laughing. She came to all the classes. She was making jokes. And at one point, I was like, girl, you're smiling a lot this year. You must be having a great time. And she said, I am. Now, she's on a road trip also. And they got rid of the kids and left them with the husbands. So of course she did have extra pep in her step. Um, but I really enjoyed her presence. Oh, yay! She was more lively than ever. We talked with her for hours on our neighborly porches. Yes. So I want to extend that. She just was so upbeat. I want to give her that heartbeat award because I really, really appreciated, you know, feeling her excitement. And like I said, she was a joy. She was cracking jokes at our Stitchy Talks and things. She had her little stitch she was, working on. We all have, gone away from crafts and come back. Um, Rochelle did, and I know I already gave her an award, but she did an awesome job of bringing together. It was about 10, 11 of us in this class. It was really just reinvigorating our passion for cross stitch. And I tell you what, there wasn't one person that left out of that Stitchy Talk that didn't start shopping and start planning their next cross stitch project. So I can see a lot of us. Obviously, me and Rochelle are doing a conversion, and you guys will see more of us starting this weekend. But cross stitch is there and it's coming for y'all. So if you guys are stitchers, come out, check us out, sign up for Bling It Up's channel. She is here on YouTube, and just come out and support, have a little bit of fun with us. Yay! Yes, Jen was awesome, and she sparked the Stitchy Talk time. She really, really did. So moving over from there, I don't want to steal this award from anyone. I feel like you can hand it off. So one of the awards that I gave my sister Jen a few years ago, the Ray of Sunshine Award, gave her that award because I felt like I was going through a lot. This was the very first retreat, and she was a ray of sunshine. Gave me a lot of introspective, and I felt like I really grew during my time. Like I had lost my job just prior to that retreat, and I feel like she had gave me a lot of introspective. That's where our talks had started. I believe when I first gave her this, I did so through a face full of tears and things like that. So she has definitely remained that ray of sunshine, someone I feel like I can always go to and talk to. But I would like for you to share your crown with Sandy. Sandy Anslow, that's her mom. I feel like she was my ray of sunshine this year. And on top of her being the ray of sunshine, I saw other people coming over and sharing conversations and communications with her. And she became that for other people also. So I want to say thank you. Sorry, I told y'all I've been crying all day, so I'm trying to get through this without any tears, but they starting to come. Um, of course, she taught Jen how to be the best sunshine. I believe it. You took your lessons well. You took them to heart, and you're an awesome reflection of her. She was amazing. She definitely was a ray of sunshine. And kudos to you for not feeling like you don't want to share the greatness in your mom. But I thought she was amazing. Like I said, I saw other people, being able to communicate with her. She definitely made me feel bad. There was one point at the retreat where some stuff that was going on, work related stuff and things like that, really got to me so much that I was sitting off in a corner upstairs, kind of by myself. Love you, Sandy. She is amazing. Yes, she is. And people were coming up to me and they were, "You okay? And I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." I was trying to just keep my head in the game at that point. I didn't want to bring down the retreat. I love to have an amazing retreat experience. And I'd had a horrible, just before the last one, last in Texas and things. And I feel like I brought that energy into the retreat venue. So I didn't want to do that. And everybody was in there and they were, talking me through, you guys all know that, I had to reorganize and things like that. And I had to move last year and stuff. So I brought that energy in and I felt bad. So I didn't want to do that this year. So I was sitting off by myself and things until, it was about an hour, hour and a half, until I got my mind, organize my thoughts and things like that. Then when I got downstairs, I think that I still was carrying some of that energy with me. And she did an amazing job. Like I said, she was my ray of sunshine. And she kind of cleared through all the clouds and there was no more dreary weather. And what happened? I was back sunny, shiny, my day got better. So I thank you. And I thank you, Honey Bunny, for sharing your mom with us. Love you. Um, Moving over from there, just a burst of energy. I'm sorry, Crashley, I'm gonna have to steal this crown from you because I awarded you this. I think it was 2021. Um, the burst of energy. I think y'all all will agree. We have we have crafters that come from all around, and this one came from Canada, and her name is Rhonda. Dipping time. Woo! This woman is a burst of energy. When we first arrived, when we first arrived, her and Crashley were running towards each other, and she went and stopped and caused Crashley to keep running past her. She almost hit the tree. She was such a joy. She was hilarious. I mean, she just kept the energy going. All the pranks, and we had some good pranks this year. Pranks and the bets. For anybody to get in on a bet, she gave me a real dipping time. That's right. Um, for anybody to get in on a bet, just so you're aware, most people bet $1. When we bet $1.25 because, like Honey Bunny said, we have to be able to spend the money that we're winning. So, and y'all are in hawk to me for $3.75. Don't think I forgot. I won 3 bets. But we gotta be able to go and shop. You don't want to win $1 and you have nowhere to go and spend it. So, if you win $1.25, you can at least go to the Dollar Tree. And guess what? Tons of crafting items to be had at the Dollar Tree. So I know my debts, woman. Oh, we had some great bets, and I tell you, we kept the bets going. We kept them going. So kudos to Rhonda, Dipping Time. She was a lot of fun. Love the pranks. I got caught in the middle. Me and Kerwin, we were trying to prank her. She was on the other side of the room. I don't know what happened. She like turned into, what's that little girl name whose head turned around? It turned all the way around on her shoulders and stuff. She turned into this woman. Her head like turned around and she caught us in the middle of trying to prank her. It was crazy. I said, how did she see that? Kurt was calling me slow, but I looked and her head was in the other direction. She wasn't even looking as I'm pranking her. I don't know what happened, but it just turned around on them shoulders, like in this scary movie. I was waiting on her to ascend over to us. Woo! But definitely give her the Burst of Energy Award. I had a ton of fun. And yeah, the party starter. And to give the party starter award to, I'm going to leave this here. Polar bear plunge, Tia style. She was hilarious. She's secretly half owl. She had to be Crash. She had to be. Kerwin was blaming me, but I think she has owl head on her body. Uh, y'all were not nearly as smooth as me. I moved that suitcase like a hundred times. Listen, listen. You would think this big old booty could have hid. I don't know. I think she do have owl in her. I really do. Um, I got caught. I didn't get caught. Actually, Kerwin got caught. It was in his hand at the time, but I'm the nearest person, and he was still sitting down. So it was likely that I was involved. However, he had the red ink on his hand. He got caught with the ink in his hand. Just saying. So I'm going to get this next award to the party starter. The party starter is my goddess. You guys know and love her, Tima from DP. DP Diamond Painting with Sparklers. Sorry about that. um, she had a hotel party in her room on the first night, and I had a ball. I had such a ball. We were missing Rochelle. We were definitely missing Rochelle, but I get it. She was a part of the committee, and she unfortunately was getting the crafting room together and things like that. However, we thought that they were done and back in their rooms, and she gave us the wrong room number when she first arrived. So somebody went looking for Rochelle, and they knocked on the door. They knocked on the door of the person who was staying in the room. It wasn't Rochelle's room, and it was a gentleman. I felt horrible. It was funny though. Yeah, we knocked on 115, and she was not staying in 115. We were all, having a good time partying. We had our drinks and things like that. What I liked was, which is probably horrible for the gentleman in 115, Tima had the party going. She had her door open. Like, if you come down the hall, you hear the party, you can just come up in there. But she kicked the party off, and all the nerves and things like that of people who attended, that started especially because this year was a lot of newbies. And so it was a great way for newbies to kind of come and, kind of relax, have a great time. She provided the ice. You just got the BYOB. And boy, did we. You ought to see how much wine and alcohol me and Rebecca had in our room. We had a good time. Crashley says, look, here's the story. First retreat, I randomly said, party at Tima's room, kind of like a joke to troll Tima. But she took that role to her. She sure did. She did. And the way that it was set up this year, like with the chairs and things like that, and she had the outdoor patio, right? So the smokers could get up, go right out her front patio, get their, fun on, and then come back in. Kudos to Tima, Jerry. They're the party starter, and they kicked it off. Had a great time, and yeah, it was just a lot of fun and things. Next year, let's invite Jen. Jen got to go last year with us, and Mom. We had fun. But this year, because it was the first night, that's the night where the committee were, getting everything together. So the committee, unfortunately, did miss out on the party starters, kickoff room bash. It was nice. It was really nice and things like that. So I think we got back to our room the first night, probably 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's how nice the part. And we got to the room maybe 10, 11. So we were there a few hours, just having a good time, laughing, talking and things like that. I'm going to give, there's a newbie award that I want to give. The newbie award, we went around and we tried to get to know everybody. We tried to start conversations with everyone because when it was our turn to be brand new, it can be nerve wracking to put yourself out there, to try and get to know people that you may only know through YouTube or social media and things like that. So we wanted to at least create uh, an environment where people felt comfortable and could kind of relax and stuff. We were going up to meeting Sharon Rizzo. Sharon, if you're out there, Sharon's brand spanking new. She was walking around by herself, but she was looking around and things like that. Sharon had a ton of luggage, and it was very difficult for her to maneuver the luggage and things like that. So helped her out with her luggage and helped her up to her room and things like that. Introduced myself. I didn't even know at that point that she was here for a retreat. She just looked like she was. And who brings that much luggage? If they're just staying for 1 or 2 days. So I figured that she was there for the retreat, and I wasn't wrong. But I'm gonna give another newbie, Marie. Marie was my I'm not doing so hot at the moment. Oh, Berta, are you okay? Oh, another newbie that I met this year. She really enjoyed herself. Had a lot of fun, picking with her and teasing her. And come to find out, she ended up being my secret Santa. So if she's out there, love to thank her. I thought someone else was my secret Santa. The way that you guys read these Santa forms and you guys get to know the person, through their descriptions, their likes, their dislikes, what they're into, what kind of crafts they're into, it says a lot, especially when you're getting their items spot on. So every year I am punked because I can't guess who it is. Even when I believe I know who it is, I end up being wrong. And the same thing occurred this year. So shout out to my secret Santa. She's a newbie, and she just really studied the form and things and really got to know me. I've yet to figure out my secret Santa in the last 4 years. I am 0 for 5 as well. So I thought I had it this year, but no, I don't. So, but I want to give my newbie award to Tim Costello of Leopard and Leather Works. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I looked him up, and boy, oh boy, did I have uh, my eyes bulged out of my head. I think I put one word too many in, and so it took me to like OnlyFans. It took me to strip shows and things. But I think the name of his company is Leopard and Leather Works. I hope I'm saying that right. But Tim, definitely newbie award. He had a great time. He kept the chat fun. He he engaged and interacted with everyone. I just had a good time and things like that. He had me laughing and things like that. So I want to make sure to recognize Tim, newbie award, the newbie award, the newbie award. There we go. Leopard Leather Works. Don't listen to me. Just read my Oh, she said strip clubs and OnlyFans. So I put something in there. I don't know what I typed up, but I'm trying to find him. And Lord, the stuff that was coming up on my phone, I'm like, what did I type? I'm looking. I see leopard. I think I typed leopard and leather lace or something, but it wasn't. It wasn't. It didn't have anything to do with diamond painting pins and diamond painting trays. Not anything to do with it. Who took part in the funny gummies? Was it you? Ooh, y'all heard some stuff. Oh, you'll have to tune in Friday. That's a part of the sisters trip, and we're gonna all like kind of review the sisters portion of our trip, and talk a little bit more about the retreat, but from Honey Bunny's perspective on her show Friday. But the sisters portion of the trip, we had a ball. We had so much fun. Um, Not to be undone by next year. We have already started planning next year's trip, but I can't wait to share my stories of you with you guys of my time with Nisi Poo. Um, Obviously, we want to talk about Jude and how he received his gifts. Rebecca tried to turn it into Christmas. She tried to turn it into Christmas stuff. Your subconscious seems to have a mind of its own. It keeps texting us. Jen and I thought we were going to do things and ran out of time. Find out Friday. That's right. But we had a ball. So, again, that's the sister's portion of the trip. But the last thing that I wanted to next year has big, big stuff in store. Man, I can't wait, Crash. Um, I hate stealing crowns from people, but I have to do it. Berta is my bite-sized little Snickers. I feel bad. You know, I love you, Berta. I know you're not feeling well today. Berta brought Katya, her dog, and I know I wasn't the only one, but when the beautiful puppy comes around, she commands attention, and she sucks some of our love that we normally are bestowing on Berta. She sucks some of that love out. I mean, the cutest, the sweetest, the dog is so cute and so sweet. You can't help but, oh, hi, cutie, how you doing? Oh, at one point, Berta called me out because I came over. I was going to her. I wanted to get hug and kiss, and she was holding the cuteness in her hand. And I slipped up and was like, "Hi, cutie. How are you today? Hi." And she said, "You're not gonna speak to me first." Sorry, because I do love you, Berta. But she, stole all of our hearts and things like that. And I feel like she definitely would have won the Miss Congeniality. Everyone wanted a piece of her. Everyone wanted to come over and kind of cuddle with her and things like that. So shout out to Katya. I feel like Katya was Miss Congeniality of the retreat, and obviously we all love her mom, Berta. So you guys, you definitely are always our Miss Congeniality, and I feel like you should definitely be able to share that award with Katya because that was her for this retreat. Hopefully you guys had fun. Hopefully I've given you guys a glimpse, a small glimpse of how much fun we had and shared, some of the little stories as to why I gave the rewards and things like that. Um, if you guys, stay tuned, obviously, the next month or so, you might start hearing about, next year's retreat. And I'm pretty sure we're all going to make sure when the time is right that we get that out to you guys. I want to secure my spot first before I share information with you guys. I always want to make sure I can get into the retreat, because I had last year and the year before, I was really worried and things like that. So fingers crossed, but you'll hear about that information. Lizzie bothers me all the time. Has it opened yet? I said, yo, let me get a spot first and then I'll let you know. And I feel bad because she blames me for her not getting the information in time for her to do some things. But she had graduations and things this year, so she didn't make it, but she did make it into town. She came to visit. We had a good time and things like that. She came in early, and she got there earlier than we knew that we weren't going to be there that early. You should have seen us hunting with a cell phone flashlight. That was a good one, Berta. The power didn't go out. When the power went out, shout out to Rebecca Napier Hill or Hill Napier. I'm sorry if I'm saying that backwards. Um, Rebecca was in the hot tub at the time that the power went out. And when she was sharing this story with me, whew, obviously, it's a public facility. People from everywhere, different rooms, whatever reason they're there, they all get into the pool and go over to the hot tub. She was in the hot tub when a stranger came in and then the power went out. So shout out to her. The way she described the story had me cracking up. So check her sister out, Lori. Hill Napier. Her sister is one fun diamond painter, and perhaps she may tell that story, but it was very funny. Want to see another photo of me? Yeah, do you guys want to see another photo of me? Oh my God, she was in a hot tub. Oh, y'all foul. That was me trying to win. I was determined. I, I was trying to win at bingo. Uh, when the power went out, when the power went out. And she said she was, the way she described the story to me, I was in shock, but I was trying not to laugh. But she was saying, she's trying to hurry up. Tia looks like she's tooting in that picture. Um, I might have been, but you weren't nowhere around, so you were a serious bingo. I was definitely serious. Rebecca was one of the first ones to win, and then everybody was winning, and it was getting towards the end, and I hadn't won anything, and I just was like on the verge of saying bingo just to say it, but I didn't want nobody to get mad with me. You cannot do that at a casino here in Vegas. You holler bingo, you better have bingo. You don't tick people off because the minute they hear bingo, they already start ripping paper and things like that. So, uh, was that your new extensions? Yeah, no, these are the new extensions. So I stretched my hair today. I didn't because Lizzie always says you have on extensions because my hair shrinks. So obviously you see it's not shrunk as much today, and that is because I stretched it. So hopefully she's watching, and we'll hear her say, "Ah, your hair didn't turn into an afro." No one won bingo unless Crashley said so. Crashley was walking around. She would not let me be great. Y'all see how she did me? She didn't question some people. Just go get your prize. Just go get your prize. I was sitting on bingo. Okay. I had all four corners, and they said it was the four corners. I didn't realize. So when I hollered bingo, I was like, oh, bingo. She was like, you didn't win it on the number that was called, so you can't get it. She let 18 people get an item and didn't check their board. But she checks my board, and thank you, Honey Bunny. And Honey Bunny said, no, she won. She has four corners. Let her win. But Crashley wasn't trying. That's why I'm a holder to my $3.75. There comes a time in every bingo checker's life where they say, meh, it's late. Get your thing. Good job. But you didn't say that to me. I was the only one. You were letting all those people through. You had so many cards. I did. I was trying to win. I wanted to win. Okay. And she was trying not to let me be great. I think it's funny that she thinks you have extensions. It's called curly hair. It is. And I keep telling her that. I'm like, it's curly. And I told her when it's straight is long. Obviously, you guys have seen how long it is. But, and she just is like, because they're extensions, right? No. You called bingo on a number that was called 3 numbers ago, woman. I had no idea I was sitting on bingo, and I'm like, you had 3 tiny squares. Well, I finally won. That's where I was trying to win. I probably was concentrating too much. Like, I was concentrating, and because I was concentrating so much, that's what happened. I'm gonna have to teach Crashley. As tall as Crashley is, she always comes up when she takes my pictures. She got her nice angle. You see how this is a nice angle right here? Comes down. She gets the worst angles of me. So she's tall though, and I'm short compared to her. I'm 5'5", like right there in the middle between short and tall. And now she looks like she's cussing her sister out in her head for questioning her. I'm cussing my sister out because she won't let me be great. And she tried to take the bingo. And I want to say, bingo, bingo, Bingo. Bingo. That bingo hall was crowded. Woo, it was crowded. Man, oh man, can y'all imagine if some real money was on the line? Uh, there were some people I feel like they was gonna sit there all night. Like no matter how many gifts we gave, even if we ran out of gifts, they was still gonna be sitting there on their perch, ready to play bingo. We had the experts. They was like, "We're doing a postage stamp. We're gonna do the 3x3 or 6x2. What are we doing?" Yeah. It was coming up with different designs. We can do a spaceship. Okay, no, we're gonna do an X marks the spot. Four corners postage stamp. I'm like, good Lord. So, any trips to a band playing? Angie, funny story. I had seen on, how in the hotels they have like these screens that say, playing this week, playing, So there were two local dives that were hosting live music. um, that were hosting live music. So I go down to the desk, and again, we've been going here for a few years. So they remember Princess Tia, best picture ever, where she covered up the man stash that I have. So bad. I swear to you not. I was like, yeah, I had such a fun time, a couple years ago when we were here. And she says, last week, you missed him by 1 week. Last week, Noah was here. So if you guys ever seen the video that I posted of me, Berta, Lizzie, and Tiff Tiff, which is Tima's oldest, Noah Hicks was in town that week. And although he and I got really close, it's because I was trying to stare down his manager, who was fine. I need to fire my producer. Oh, and the lady at the desk says, "You missed your buddy. He was here last week." I was like, "What? I missed him by 1 week?" 1 week. I missed him by 1 week. So, okay, Simba is finally out of his seizure here. I had started organizing my room for one painting. Now I don't have the energy. I still want to cry. My poor baby. Oh. So, oh my God. Let me see what that says. Oh my God. Then we ended it with two cards left in the pack, and you would have thought we took people's firstborn or something. They was gonna be there all night. Them was the expert players. They was waiting on real money to come. It was like, okay, now that we got the little gifts out the way, here comes the challenge. They're gonna offer some cash, maybe $1.25 for each real, game. Now they was ready. uh, J. Rob sends hugs. Oh, so that was my retreat experience. Obviously, I had a lot of fun. Missed out on my buddy Noah Hicks and trying to find his manager. Fine manager. Manager was so fine. Woo. Anyway, had a ton of fun. Obviously, what really is stood out, and we'll talk about it Friday, is just the bonding time that I got to have with my sisters. Our trip this year, so worth it. So worth that 18-hour drive. We had an amazing time, and I cannot wait. I hate that we can only really see each other once a year, but yeah, brother is always on standby. That's Tim. I think he worried that we're going to really end up in jail. But we have our other brother to kind of protect us. Um, maybe one day, but this year we went all out. So I hope that you guys tune in Friday to hear some of our hijinks, our capers, our pranks, and our bets. The bets were fun. We hedged them all. And thank you all for coming out. Yeah, I didn't get an award last year. What's up with that? You weren't around last year. So we had that pranky prank. Hey, Cheryl, how are you? She's trying not to play favoritism. I just stole awards from all of y'all. I stole the award from J. Rob and gave it to her mom. I just stole an award from Berta and gave it to her doggy, Katya. I stole your award and gave it to Rhonda. So I've been bad this year. Yeah, I've been on for over an hour, so I should have gotten the worst prank played on her award. That's why we let you play pranks on us, because last year our prank didn't go. We had some good ones this year, but last year our prank didn't go over so well. It was funny, but we had to get a new script writer. He was horrible. I still can't believe the script and we followed it. So how bad are we? Billy wrote the script that we tried to play the prank on Crashley with. He wrote that script and we followed it almost word for word. We thought it was a good idea. And Crashley comes down and was like, "What? What kind of argument y'all having through the chat? If y'all really mad at each other and y'all arguing, why are you texting it to each other?" That part of the script just never dawned on us. So we look stupid and we're trying to actually fight through our sister's chat. And when she came down, we was waiting on her to bust up the fight that we were trying to have. And she kind of already knew. She was like, "If I come down there, y'all better really be fighting. I better be really breaking something up." As Tia's subconscious, I could give awards to everyone. You get an award. You get an award. You get an award. I told them they look stupid too. She was definitely crabby last year. So she was so much better this year. We had so much fun. Um, we get closer and closer every year. And this year, we definitely just brought the family together and really bonded. So I had an amazing time. Can't wait. Me and my niecey Pooh we had a great time. So you guys will hear about that on Friday. Sure you guys stay tuned to DP Addiction Adventure. She goes live Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. I think that's 8 Central. I know it's 6 Pacific. There we go. Oh, thanks. I made it a big point to put my ADD running around tendencies away for this year. You definitely did. You did. You definitely did. You sat down. We had fun. We crafted. We hung out. So I love that. I love that. So I'm going to go. I thank everybody for coming out, having a good time, letting me go through my retreat experience and tell you guys the awards that I, were giving out and why. Oh my God, the noises that Crashley made to make Katya look at the Oh, I bet those were funny. So I'm going to go see you guys all Friday night. Thank you for my behind the scenes producing. That was amazing. I love the pictures. Thank you. And everybody have a good evening. Have a safe 4th of July. Be safe. I want to come in next week and have a whole bunch of claims for accidents. So hugs to you all. Keep the fireworks away from your homes. There are times when I have to back up property damage as well. Love you. Good night.